With all the talk of co-witnessing sites, someone was asking the other day, what in the world is the practical application for co-witnessing sites? Well, I'm going to tell you what the practical application for co-witnessing sites is. It is simply to ensure that these two sites are in line with this site. Now, do you ever need to shoot co-witnessed? No. There is no need to shoot at a target or whatever co-witnessed. You only co-witness when you're setting it up. You sight in either the iron sights or the red dot, and then you move the other sights to match so that they are co-witnessed. And this build right here is the prime, perfect, absolute example of why co-witnessing, why it's important, and why a lower 1/3 co-witness is important in some builds, and what the practical application for that is. So here is the pain in the butt part of this build, okay? I'm using this scope on this build, okay? If I put it on a riser, it looks like crap. I don't want my builds looking like crap. So I can't put it on a riser. If I put pop-up sights on it, the pop-up sights, no matter what you go with, pop up too high to co-witness. They're actually in the way. So it would be a higher 2/3 co-witness or whatever. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. They would pop up here, so you wouldn't be seeing, you wouldn't be in line. So this, when you put these really low, so these are much lower than an AR-15 sight profile. So putting lower sights and this without a riser, puts you at a lower 1/3 co-witness. And the reason that is important in this setup is you can't get those sights out of your way. So when you looked, if you did it, you would be in your way. Like, okay, so in a lower, let me explain. All right, so in a lower co-witness, when you are co-witnessing, you'll end up, your field of view is down here at the bottom, right? So that's fantastic, okay? Doesn't really matter at that point. But the thing of it is, what is important is when you're not really trying to co-witness, but you're just using your red dot. So, and this is a red dot. Make sure you guys are getting this terminology right, because somebody was asking me something yesterday, and I could tell by the question that they were confusing. The laser, the red dot on the wall is the laser. This is a red dot scope. You see the red dot in there. The red dot on the wall is a laser. That's a red dot scope. Okay. Or red dot sight, whatever. But anyway, so the thing about what it would be cool, why it's cool for this to be a lower 1/3 co-witness, is the fact of that since you can't move these sights, they are positioned lower in your field of view. So when you're not trying to co-witness, you have a clear field of view because your red dot sits up higher in your plane of view. So it's just basically, you're never, like I say, you're never going to be shooting at something co-witnessed. There's no point. If your red dot's working, you're going to use your red dot. You simply are co-witnessing to set up your build. This is something that's been around forever. I mean, we've been doing this on like assault rifles forever and a day. It's a means of ensuring that you're sighted in with both sights. So you can change optics, you can change sights, whatever, and keep it zeroed in without having to to shoot it to make sure it's zeroed in or whatever. You can just check whatever. If you have it in the closet for a year and you pick it back up and you look through it and you check your co-witness and it's not co-witnessed, you don't know which one, but you know that one or the other has been moved. So you need to re-zero your sights. So there you go. That's the practical use. And I know this is kind of repetitive of a video that I did a couple of days ago, but I really didn't explain why you would co-witness or when you would co-witness. I just explained how you co-witness. So just to avoid some confusion, and there's definitely some out there. I'm seeing like comments in different places that just lets me know that some people are misunderstanding it. So it's not something you do when you're shooting, just something you're doing when you're setting it up. There you go. Ain't that pretty?